Pet owners of Reddit, what rule did your pet implement in your home? My dog must tell me about her day as soon as I walk in the door. I usually just listen and ask her why her brother did that. I adopted a bunny a couple months ago. He never lets anyone pick him up. But if you sit on the futon in my room, you just entered his territory, where he owns. He flops over you, begs for rubs, and will even bring you carrots as a gift. He owns the futon now. Rabbits, generally speaking, are prey animals. They hate being picked up, but if you sit on the floor they will be more than happy to hop on your lap for some scratches. My rabbits used to get freaked out if my kids blew bubbles in the house. I guess they could barely see them floating in the air and instincts kicked in and they would run and hide every time. She gets a walk before I settle down to play video games. Anytime I sit down to play before I've taken her out, she will just walk over and stand right next to me and stare at me. Sometimes she'll whine, but most of the time she's just standing there judging me with her puppy face. But if I walk her first, she'll happily curl up and sleep the rest of the night away. Mine is similar. Now that it's getting warmer outside, I like to change out of my business clothes before taking him out. It only takes me 5 minutes, but he has a conniption during those 5 minutes until I take him out. He's a spit, so he does a very excited or woo and whines a lot, stalks me around the house. But if I walk him first, he settles down when I settle down. Kong treat at 7:30 and then bedtime for everyone. I had mistakenly gone to bed way past my normal time of 9 PM this past weekend. My dog came into my office at around 11 PM and barked at me, extremely pissed off. Glasses of water do not go on the nightstand, nor do alarm clocks, cell phones, or lamps. Nothing goes on the nightstand but cat. I had to start putting my glasses in my nightstand drawer because he wrecked a pair from constantly pushing them onto the floor. Even though he's been gone 6 months, after 15 years, I still do it. My wiener dog has been around for longer than my brother has been alive. This means that he is higher in the hierarchy he invented than my brother. Thus, my brother is the only person in the family who cannot move my dog should he be sitting where my brother wants to sit. A complete ban on Christmas curling ribbons. One of my cats loves to eat them, and we used to find them in his litter box, with little balls of poo strung along them like a horrible friendship bracelet. A friend of mine once told me the story of her cat eating and subsequently crapping out tinsel. Apparently she spent that Christmas Eve chasing the cat around the house because it had a tinsel and turd rope stuck in its butt and was freaking out. I am a water drinker only, but since getting my kitty, I can no longer drink glasses of water because she likes to stick her head in the cup and drink my water when I'm not looking. I now drink water out of bottles. Cat A. Front claws may be clipped, but only with the human nail clippers. Cat B. Cat will not go to bed until you do, and after 11 o'clock you will be stared at from a distance of no more than 3 feet until you give up and go to bed. If we go to bed too late, the cat will get on the table next to the couch and knock over the lamp, usually onto us, until we go to bed. 1. The rug in front of the kitchen sink is for dogs to sleep on, not for the comfort of humans as they wash dishes. Plan your dog straddling strategy accordingly. 2. Women walking past the house while pushing a baby stroller are a DEFCON 1 level emergency. Large men walking through the yard while carrying large hoses to refill the propane tank. A-OK. 3. Food bowls must never be made of metal. Water bowls can be made of metal, but must never be shiny. One must never say frick even just in a casual conversation at normal volume. Timbits cannot be left anywhere unattended. Walks are at 7 PM sharp. Long stares and whining ensue if otherwise. One invite on bed equals automatic invite for life. Don't make eye contact with the dog while you are sitting on the couch. This gives her permission to jump on you while you are sitting on the couch. 90 pounds Rottweilers are not lap dogs. The cat gets the corner pillow on the bed. It's his pillow. Don't move it. Don't try to use it. If you move, use it. This entitles him to meow at you constantly until you put it back. Any dog is a lap dog if they try hard enough. All service people on the property must pet Black Dog. Black Dog will wait until you enter the side yard to take the garbage can and then silently run to you for pets. Do not be afraid. Small dog barks at everyone thing through front window. Black Dog does not bark. Cat will exit through dog door but not enter. Black dog will enter through dog door but not exit. Small dog does not acknowledge dog door. Black dog does not abide raccoons and will growl like the devil if one happens into front yard. Black dog does not bark. Neighbor cat does not bother cat or small dog. Black dog will growl to shoo it away. Should neighbor cat not respond, black dog will upgrade to howling. If neighbor cat still remains on property, black dog will bark. In the event black dog is caught barking and is scolded, black dog will fake injury and cry to avoid being shamed and put to bed. Oh, solve fake injury. A friend has a dog that will do it when she thinks she isn't getting enough attention or has just come back from the vet or groomer. My favorite is when the saw paw changes location every few minutes. LOL. The little bed in the car is a bed, but not his. The bigger bed on the floor with his name embroidered on it is also a bed, but not his. His bed is the big one with the pillows and blankets. His parents don't have a bed, but he's a good dog and lets them share his bed. Sounds like my dog. She lets us share the pillows. Mandatory alarms for any visible squirrel. Automatic death sentence to any squirrel on our property. All squirrels will be put to death, without a trial, upon capture. I think my dog is kind of a fascist. Luckily for squirrels, they are just slightly faster than her. I had a dog like that, and the squirrels at our previous house were exceptionally stupid. She actually caught several of them. The ones that didn't electrocute themselves on a regular basis by climbing into the transformer on the pole outside our house. My mouse has this amazingly lovely philosophy called as soon as the lights go out, rip up cardboard as loudly as possible, and then put your favorite wooden ball on your wheel so it makes a loud and annoying sound in the middle of the night. My rats have the same philosophy, but their method is to drink from their loudest water bottle for what feels like forever right as soon as the lights go out for bedtime. It's so consistent. When she drinks after she is done and still dripping, she has to come over touch you with her cold wet face. Doesn't matter if it's 4 AM and cold. My dog must lick you after drinking to dry off her tongue and muzzle. If you refuse her, she will find the softest thing in the room and lick that. My mom always cooks one extra slice of bacon for the dog. Even if one of the children born of her body and soul stuff, the dang dog gets his. Last night my mom gave the dog the last bite of her ice cream, then gave me crap for not giving him any of mine. Where do I begin? Thou shalt not leave a stack of books on the floor or else they will be used as a scratching post, even though there is one literally 2 feet away. Thou shalt always drink water from a bottle, and will never leave a filled glass alone for more than a few seconds. It will wind up with a kitty face stuck in it or end up on the floor. Thou shalt feed the cats exactly 3 times per day. We portion meals accordingly, or else one shall eat the other's food and barf it up immediately. If you fail to feed your feline overlords at the designated times, everything you love will be destroyed. Thou shalt not eat tomato without sharing it with the guinea pigs. Failing this rule will result in severely disappointed stares. I wore earplugs to sleep at night, and if the cat could get near them at any time, they were immediately eaten. If she could see them on top of my dresser, she would meow and go nuts until I hid them. If she happened to be in the room while I was sleeping, she would try to pull them out of my ears with her mouth and eat them. I've lost several pairs of headphones the same way. It's funny cause she only goes after headphones, not any other type of cord. She's a lil headphone assassin. No one is allowed to chastise the cat. If you yell at the cat, the 60-pound dog will come running to also yell at the cat, because he's the cat police. The 40-pound dog will then also come running and yelling, because apparently everyone is running and yelling now. We stopped yelling, and started trying to go PSSST or just shoo the cat away, but the dang dogs know what you're doing and 100 pounds of barking dogs come to back you up. So the cat does whatever with impunity, and you're dang right he knows it. The couch by the front window is theirs. The blinds have to be opened so they can look out. If guests try to sit on that couch, the gigantic fluffs will just use them as a booster to get a better view outside. Also, when Honey gets home, a perimeter check of the front yard is mandatory or whining and pacing will not end, ever. My cat sleeps all day and all night, but mercy to those who dare to take a nap in the afternoon. He will first meow as loud as a Boeing on takeoff for a solid 5 minutes. If you do not get his warning, you are officially considered as prey. Attacks from every side's inbound. The fun thing is that he will wake up if you take a nap, no matter how sneaky you trying to be. Cat is queen. If dog loud, cat get annoy. Cat punish. Dog may sleep on dog bed, but if cat wants sleep on dog bed, dog move. Cat do what cat please. Cat is now moderator of the Pyongyang. Exercise is a mandatory thing. If I'm not out of bed at 5 to take him for a run, oh boy, it's time to jump up and down on the bed. That would be my personal hack. In the event of storms, the big dog is allowed to sleep on the floor next to our bed. If not, he will cry the entire time. Toilet seats closed. Kitchen cabinets have hook and eye locks. Always look down before moving through the house so you don't kick any of them. I have ferrets. Tiny dog sleeps in big bed, not just on it. Our compromise? A dog bed at the foot of ours that keeps her contained. There's even a fuzzy blanket for her to snuggle with if she gets cold. My 13-pound blind dog jumps up, noses her way under the covers, and plops right next to me with her butt in my armpit. It is the perfect scenario for her since that way my hand will naturally fall right on her neck. Always leave the toilet lid down or he'll drink from the bowl. I have a cat, not a dog. He is obviously not one of the picky types of cats. Don't leave a stick of butter unattended. My husky will grab that crap and eat the whole stick, then profusely crap for the next few hours. Hasn't stopped her from doing it again though. If it's raining, it is perfectly okay to poop in the house. We're still fighting back on this rule, but it is pretty much a lost cause. Before dinner time or lunchtime the door to my bird's room must be closed. If they see plates they start squawking and expect some human food. Cords cannot be left in the open and on the ground, otherwise they become chew toys when she gets anxious. Tiny tennis balls are illegal in our home because he knows if he pushes it under the couch and barks, we get up and throw it, even if we just played for an hour. All tennis balls get nosed under the couch if they fit. Breakfast of a cooked egg with a runny yolk must be served at 8 AM on the dot. This start off as him eating the egg yolks from people's breakfast when our backs were turned for 2 seconds. Like literally you'd get up to get a glass of water or a tissue to wipe your face. The cat, deep asleep on his spot on the sofa, somehow senses the delicious breakfast food has lost its human protector, and in the blink of an eye is awake, in the kitchen, and balls deep in your egg yolk. So we gave up and started boiling extra eggs so the cat could have his own. He caught on these extra eggs were his eggs and served on a plate away from the kitchen table. Out of habit we started leaving a plate out for his lordship, ready for his 8 AM breakfast. At first he used to just go and sit in front of this plate and meow until you gave him eggs. But now, if those eggs aren't on the plate at 8 AM, my god, all heck breaks loose. You literally have to drop everything to make the cat some bloody eggs. He will be climbing up things and scratching at doors and yowling. And then he won't eat them unless they are cut up and you blow on them to cool them down. This process is now starting to take effect for dinner too. He is usually outside at dinner time, but either he's catching on to what time dinner time is, or he must be able to smell the cooking from wherever he is, and comes darting to the kitchen window yowling to be let in and inspect the cooking on offer. I am cracking up here. Oh my, p. Meals are served no earlier than 7:30 or and 5 o'clock p. Otherwise the animals start asking for food earlier and earlier, which isn't a problem in the evening, but I'm not dealing with hangry animals at 5:30 because I was annoyed with hangry animals the previous morning at 6:15 and fed them. I fell into that trap and now cat breakfast time is 4 AM. No sneezing. Sneezing is terrifying and I will run if you inhale sharply. All yogurt must be shared. Your pillow is mine. All cans being opened require inspection to confirm they are not fish. Let me in exactly when I want to be let back in or the weather stripping gets it. I enjoy the way the shower amplifies my already ear-splitting meows into an unholy force that surely could be developed into some kind of sonic warfare. This is my time. Go away. I'll be out in 20. Some cats really like to sing. I had a cat that would go down into the basement to sing praises to Bastard. When the Xbox One turn-off tone sounds, it's time to go to bed. She's a German Shepherd mix and likes to make sure I get in bed. If you don't put your humans to bed, they will end up urinating on themselves in the corner while crying or wander off and get lost. Basically, The Sims. From the cat. Leaving the bed for any reason or duration once sleeping has commenced is an automatic relinquishing of your entire half of the mattress. If food is not distributed in a timely manner in the mornings, I will hold the woman you love hostage by threatening to wake her up unless you feed me promptly. This will be accomplished by slowly pawing at her face while staring straight at you, and will escalate quickly to meowing in her ear if food is still not dispensed. The large rabbit is my best friend. The small one is a terrorist. Don't let it out unless I have a chair to escape to. From the dog. If you are new, you must acknowledge that the dog is showing you a toy for however long he deems necessary. You must truly grasp how momentous this particular toy is. Ditto the second toy he finds to display to you. Touching the toy and or puppy is not permitted for the duration of this display. From the snake. Any movement of the enclosure lid indicates the end of the world, and the snake will react accordingly. From the buns. Block off anything that is not explicitly a bunny toy, lest it become one. The buns decide the placement of their litter box. If it is moved from that spot, they will continue to use the chosen area as a toilet regardless. My cats get water from the reverse osmosis drinking system. They were noticeably happy and celebrating when we had it installed. However, one of my cats started noticing that I drank my personal RO water from where we had it ran through the fridge. So she just starts loudly protesting and begging for fridge water. I had to buy her a second kitty water bowl because the kitty watering system is too big to fill at the fridge, and she was very pleased and satisfied. Briefly, because she started demanding that it was changed 3 times a day, and then she quickly realized that I get ice and she does not. Well, that just wouldn't do, so the begging for ice started. Now she had to have fresh kitty ice water and take long drinks from it. Very pleased with how special she is and how she is just like me, I finally have her settled into fresh kitty fridge water every 24 hours and fresh ice 2x a day. Be prepared to give Zubux the cat string cheese if he hears the wrapper. Same goes for lunch meat. And if he hears a tin can, you must give him wet food, or else you'll hear endless mews. My orange cat can't hear me yelling at him to stop clawing the speakers from 5 feet away, but he can definitely hear me opening a string cheese from 3 floors up. Regardless of what it is, my kitten must sniff and approve of all food I eat before consumption, otherwise a very upset kitty with claws. Also, she only drinks out of my glass of water now. I suppose she thinks we are the same, so we must eat and drink the same. The cat has strategically discovered that our upstairs hallway, hardwood floored with nothing on the walls, is acoustically ideal for him to sit in the spot between all our bedroom doors at 7:30 AM every morning and sing the song of his people. Always keep cardboard boxes around. The cats love it and it distracts them enough so they won't ruin the furniture for a while. Before I had a dog, I used to sleep as late as possible before I had to get ready for work school. Now I have to get up at least 30 minutes early because the dog requires first thing in the morning couch cuddle time. Even though he just spent the entire night in bed with me, he bolts out of bed, runs straight to the couch, and sits there staring at me till I join him. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.